It's a new day and we have parts that are being cleaned and sort of rust treated. I got the oil slinger ready to go, but I have hit a little bit of a stumbling block. I got plenty of time. There's no real hurry on this. So we are treating our parts well. I found some, I had to have some NIN nuts to replace these whole backing plates on whatnot. But the main problem today is, or here, this carrier is filthy. I have been digging dirt out of this carrier. It sat in here for the longest time, but it has made a just a muck pile in there, and I'm just going to clean it by hand all I can and put it in. But what you run into is there's all this stuff in there. There's just tons and tons of this. So I'm going to take this out to the power washer and just power wash it, and then I'm going to put it back in here. But I got to drain this and do that. But got these ready to go. So you can hear how clean they are. And I got to find a way to press those onto these axles here and continue along my path. You can tell where I took those off right there, and you can see the ball bearings in there. Let's keep those on there for now. So I've got a lot of work to do. Here's the JB well from last night. It's brick hard. It's not frozen. So okay, these can hit the bin. And where I put the bin right over here, didn't I? So let's get the power washer out again. And that's about all I can think to do. I'm probably going to haul this out again. Let's look up in here. See, look at that. I mean, can you see that? I really don't want to wipe this anywhere. Where am I going to wipe? There's an old cloth right there. And that's up inside, that junk right there is up inside the tube. So I'm not done cleaning yet. So probably what I'm going to do is, yeah, I can actually, it's like thick. It's that thick. So I have done everything I can, but I haven't done it well enough, have I? So let's get this cleaned up, get this pushed back out here and cleaned up, and cut the welding rods off of it and just keep going. That's not gunk, is it? No, I think that's just welding slag. But yeah, I guess what I'll do is I'll get a broom handle or something and just wrap up some cloth and push through there. And I got to get the welding slag out of it anyway. So it's not gonna move along real quickly, but it's going to move. It's going to move along. Where's that big tall bucket? I like. I'll find it in a minute. But I got to drain this tank, heat this up. It's about 1:30. This thing won't be warm until, oh, I don't know, 4. And it's got to be warm to get this gunk out of here. So let's power wash that again and this again, and we're just going to cut to the chase. Dirty water, gotta go. So I found this piece of exhaust pipe, and that's going to work right there, except it's too long. I think I can fix that. Some of that dirt in this pipe. Blow that out. So don't want to cut it too short. So just long enough to get it in there and get that. Where's that extension thing? Well, it don't matter. I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. But yeah, this is working out pretty good. I'm lucky to find this pipe. Okay, I remembered to take this out. That shield that went right there. Now your problem is dirt. But I've trimmed all the foil away. I'm ready to put this on here, however I end up doing it with a hammer or whatever. But I still got to make a dirt shield. So that's what this is. And so we're going to slip this over, and I think what I'm going to do first is put the JB weld in there. So the trick here is I've already mixed it, and I need both hands to do this, but you can see where I'm going with this. Just anything to help hold that inner bearing. Okay, I got the JB weld all packed in around the corner. I got my makeshift dust shield here, and I'm ready to drive that in. I don't know how that's going to work, but I guess we'll just see. So let's see, I think this end is probably the best end. I've blown it out with compressed air and everything. So I don't know what to expect here on how hard that's going to be. So I got plenty of room in there. Let's get that shard out of there. Okay, let's just see if it hammers on it, mate. The kind you push in with your thumb or the kind you hammer on. Let's just leave that right there. I don't think we're going to be in any trouble. I bet that water, I got all this clean water in here now. I can't wait to see what it looks like. I got it turned up way high. Oh, there goes the compressor. It always happens on it. So the only thing in there is the carrier, the ring gear and carrier. I got it to the very brim to get it as clean as I can. So everything else is ready. So let's see if I can hammer this thing in. Wind's picking up, and that's not good when you're dealing with bearings. I might have to close the front doors, but that's okay. Let's see if I can get this to drive in. I tell you what, here it is. So I can't possibly do this without stuff. So I need that, and I need my noise abatement, and I need that wrapped around my thumb at least. Okay. All right, let's see if this goes in this way. No. It doesn't. Okay, well, let me set it up over there. Alright, setup is done. And here it is. And I'm going to need both hands. So we're going to try to get that all the way down a couple inches here. Had to drop the thing all the way to the bottom rung, all the way to these things. So had to get every inch of it. So I'm not going to need that, but we'll just leave it there. This should be hopefully not too bad. It's just the ring and not the ring and the bearing, of course, because I've already done the bearing. She's going down. She's about halfway there. This is not too terrible. And this is where you got to count on the feedback. Like right. Like right there. That ought to be it. Oh, hear the wind kicking the doors. Oh, you bastard. I mean, you consarn no good, Nick. There you go. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Alright. Okay. Address the ball. Hello, ball. Okay, that's all the way down. Even pressed out a little bit of JB weld. That's what I would want. Now, I'm not going to remove this tape because that's my dust shield until I'm ready to install, which will be probably a couple of days from now. So, I wish I could look at it and spin it around, but I can't. So, that one's done. So, one down and one to go. And let's see where we are over here. It's been about, what, 40 minutes. I bet that thing's not over 20. Not even at 20. Whoa. So it's 60 degrees. I'm going to need to get it at least 65C, which would be our 150F. So let's just let her cook. Because that carrier was so filthy. I got filth out of it everywhere I turned. That's why I spun those gears around. It was ridiculous, and I know it's probably a little bit of overkill, but you know, you gotta at least keep in practice to keep good, you know. So let's stay good here. I got some stuff to do at the house. Oh, I noticed the other day, I wanted to mention this. The shim kit was pretty cool. This company seems to have pretty good reviews all over the place. what is it? Assembled in USA. Well, whatever that means. But this is what I got. But it comes with a new washer and a new nut. I was happy with that. And so I'm trying to get everything together here. So let's press this other ring on. And they were different, so I don't know why. Okay, don't matter why. But they ought to be. See? Okay. And there's the other grease ring. And I'll have to get my blue tape and make another blue tape thing after I pack it with the JB Weld. And I think that's enough on this. I think that's pretty cool. I do have that other. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's an assembled axle as much as I can possibly do it. Okay, I pulled the tape off this one. I'm just going to retape it. But that's just lovely. I'll double check the other one. So let me take this off, and I don't think those will fit back on as a temporary factor. Meh. As a temporary seal. Okay, well, we'll let them go. And okay, so I'm happy with that. I guess I'll check the other one. Wow, I am so happy with that. Oh, JB Weld there's no good. I don't think that would foul me, but let's just wipe the whole thing down, tape it up. Okay, that was checked and sealed. And this is the other one, the first one. And that's just fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, so let's seal her up. Okay, I'm going to be able to do some pinion work, it looks like. So I've reviewed my previous footage, and I've still got the original 2 shims that came out of there. So I'm just going to put them back in. I'm going to clean them up real good and put them back in. And I hope that that works. So we'll soon see. Oh, dial gauge is down there. That's right. Okay. Well, the tube is on the table, and we are ready to drive in this race right here. And I've got it as stable as I can get it, as you can see. I'm gonna have to move this thing over a little bit. Give me a little room back here. Kick that under there. And where's my streamline? There it is. Okay, I have cleaned that all I can possibly do it. You can certainly see where she's suffered her times. Okay. What? I guess that's just slag right there, or something to beat it. Well, speaking of beating it, I gotta beat that race in. I just noticed this. Look at that. You see where it's blown out right there? And it's actually focusing pretty well. Took quite a battering. And there's the dimple where you can see the head of the bolt, or the shank at the bottom of the bolt. Hit that thing pretty doggone hard. I'm going to clean that up and use the leftover JB Weld and put right there. What do you think? Man, that took a real blowout. Man, oh mosey. So I'm cleaning out, getting ready to put the pinion in. I wanted to say this too. See where that battering took place. See, there's no light coming out of that, so it's not open to anything. But man, what a wallop that took, huh? So there's the first race driven in. This tool didn't work too good. It kind of rode the lip right there. So what you do is it turned it around, and I got it straight. You can kind of tell by the sound. It's in there fine, I'm sure. And just sort of eyeball it, and you might give her a couple of love whacks there at the end. But you can I can feel in there. It feels pretty good. Okay, it feels okay. But I'm just going to go around and just make sure it's seated. But that's the first reassembly here. And there's some JB Weld there. I've spent a long time doing this. I got the leading race in without too much trouble. The back one bucked me for a good long time. I tried using this tool. I gave up, and this is basically a wheel bearing. And guess what I happen to have? A wheel bearing installation kit. And that's a great tool to have. You don't use it often, or I don't. So what you do is you get this boy here and you slip her through, and you can see, you can make sure this one's good and tight too. You bring in a little victory through air power, and then you put this back here. Let's see, I think this battery's about to go. I got another one, I ain't scared. Let's see if I can show you. So then you just slip this over that, and then it has this great tool here. Now this thing can handle Lexus LS400 wheel bearings. It can certainly handle these. So let's take a look here. Okay, I think I got it. Where it's got me, yeah, that battery's dying. I got another one I'll plug in here in a second. So you can see back there that that's seated, the biggin. So now, man, this is brutal work. But the wheel bearing installer actually just saved the day, and I'm so happy I bought the thing. So I think this is the third or fourth time I've used it. But when you need this sucker, you need this sucker, and this is some heavy duty stuff. So very happy, very happy with this. All right, there's like dumb music playing. All right, let's put all this back. Good golly. And you know, there's a million different kinds of installers. I just use my dead weight because I got no strength left. Okay, I don't know where this went, but I think it went right there. It's close enough. But this is a noise alert, so that's pretty good. I'm digging it, and drives. It tells you 32 and 36, even the sockets you need right there on the cover. So that's pretty cool. So I got that in, got that going for me, and it's 4:30. It's just taking forever, and I don't mind. I got the time, so I feel like that's a major achievement there, and it is. So I'm not going to be able to. This is going to be so long, I'm going to have to post it. That's okay. Let's go get this battery while I can. So anyway, there's that JB weld I was telling you about before. So, all right, that looks really nice and even. Let's see if I can get the pinion in there, and we're gonna have to call it a day. This is pretty good. I got to give this a, you know, I've used this a lot, and it's done me well. But this is the big dog to bark in here. So anyway. Okay, so we're ready to press on this differential bearing. This is a big mother. I mean, that's a huge sucker right there. And let's see, where's this one? So this is the front one. Okay, now remember, don't put your seal. Well, that feels good. Don't put your seal in or anything till you get your drag line figured out. Okay. All right. Let's see where. Let's see. What's it been? 90 minutes. This is sort of the running gag of this video. Let's see. Just at not even 30. Not even 100 degrees in there. We gotta do better than that. I'll be down here tonight on this thing. Does that fit? Ooh. Oops. Kind of got it full there. I just want to make sure I get the whole thing done. Okay, so probably need to take this off when I run it, but it's not near warm enough. Okay, I'm rambling. I need a nice cool drink. But let's press this on and see how this feels. All right, we're getting there. You can feel it stop. And that's dead stop right there. Don't go no further. Kind of got a habit of putting it there. Let's just keep up with that habit. All right, let's get it in the axle and put the other end on. See if we can get some drag. Oh, I gotta get, you don't believe I got one of these, but I used to be a bicycle mechanic. But I do have one of these, still working on that piece of furniture there. Oh, get out of here, bird. Ah, dadgum ya. I can measure this right here, inch pounds. So I got one of these to measure the drag on the pinion. So I got my big one to get the nut to 190. Well, maybe it deters some birds and maybe not others, I don't know. She's a mite brighter, ain't she? Okay, so I got my 2 shims on here that came on it. Well, that's quite a bit, but that's what came off of it, I should say. I debated using the new ones. Oh, I see something there I don't like. I don't think that's going to be a problem. Okay. So here goes part 1 here. Okay, she's going in. Let me get both hands on it. Hey, wait a minute. I didn't think there was any writing on this now that it's been... Well, there is. There's 193. So they even did it way back then. So that's a measurement from the thickness of the thing. Okay. Well, let's see if I can get this thing in here. Okay, I'm not going to go into the details of this because there are a lot of people far more qualified than me to do this. So I put it together, and it was way too tight. So I put a couple of little shims in there, and now it's way too loose. But we got her. I mean, you know, I can jump around and get the 4/1000ths on the dial gauge, and get the drag, kind of a drag here, the Buckinghams, but see, I got her. So it's too tight, too loose, and this is taking it apart. Now this axle is kind of cool, and then I don't have to keep knocking that race back and forth. That one that was so hard to get inside of there. So the inner pinion race, I think they call it. But if you guys change pinion seals, you don't put the pinion seal in until you're through. And if you guys are wondering what's behind that bearing, well, some of us find out, some of us don't. I didn't want to find out. Well, that's a lot. But I put a couple of shims in there, but I got enough to go. Okay, that's it. I got to go. So give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I can't refer to the other people but that were there. But I got to use a special tool. That was fun. Glad I had it. And so that's about it for now. I will probably do more welding on this when the time comes. I'm not quite through here, but welding's one thing and getting it set up's another. So I don't think I'm going to transfer enough heat up in here to make it go wonky on me. So anyway, that's it. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll do this again in about 2 or 3 days. I'm booked all day tomorrow, so we'll see how it goes. Let me put something over this to kind of keep it clean. So I'll do that. Oh, she comes in colors. Got to hear that. Oh, I got to come before. Probably got to have to turn this off before I go. Okay, well here we go. We're just going to turn it on. No, I wouldn't do that with you guys here. All right, see you later. Subscribe now. Share and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.